been a pretty productive Friday, really. I've got Hearth and Soul, hearthandsoul.scot. Got that website launched. It's not massively fancy. I've got a few kind of. I've got the hiccups and I'm yawning. This is going to be a difficult video for me. I apologise in advance. Yeah, I've built. So I've got websites for Hearth and Soul now, Banff Bikes now, and First House on the Left, which is what I call my little web design agency. Long story short, when we were moving up here, the first house that we were looking at, indeed the first house we made an offer on, was in Nairn, and it was really cool. As you were coming from Inverness, in the entire of Nairn, it was the first house on the left. It was like literally, there's the sign, welcome to Nairn, there's this house. And we thought it was really cool. It was going to be quite a doer-upper, but then so was here. No, we had all sorts of ideas about spiral staircases and things like that, and about how we'd rearrange it and move the kitchen, but, well, COVID happened and it took us 2 years to sell back in England, and in that time, that house went. However, the very fact that that house went meant that we got this house, and I think it all worked out the way that it really needed to. So I've made these sites with a lot of kind of similar reusable components, and I've intentionally tried to give them a similar sort of style, just because they are representative of the brand as a whole. And I just think it's really important. Like, I mean, the internet and everything, that's just how people do business now. And I just want to just get these web assets out there. Maybe if I have a drink. Yeah, it's just extra steps along the way, I really wanted to get Banff Bikes and Hearth and Soul done, live, launched this week, and have. So that makes me happy. Oh my god, these hiccups. I've had 2 bikes come in over the past couple of days as well, which is really good because it's the cold, wet middle of January. This is the first time I've really had any meaningful business in January. So, I mean, to me, that bodes well for the, being able to scale up the business once I'm into the bothy properly. Once I've set myself up in there. It's not a big thing. I mean, it's in replacing a derailleur, it's replacing a brake lever, it's that sort of thing. And it's still, in the winter, you tend to get more of the emergency repairs, whereas spring, summer, people will be more about the annual services and things like that. And of course, you get people doing their spring shed clearances, which is where I get a lot of my used bikes from. But then I think you just have people being a bit more proactive. Get your service done. Make sure you're ready to be out on the road. I will always advocate for regular servicing, even if you don't come to me. Okay, that's why. It's not about wanting to make money. It's about a bike. Well, a bike at its simplest is a weapon. when if you can barrel down a road at 30 miles an hour on it, it is a weapon. And you need to be sure, first of all, that you know how to control that. And second of all, that it will respond correctly when you take action, when you hit the brakes, when you turn, when you switch gears. You need to know that it will respond to what you want so that you don't end up hitting anybody or crashing or doing anything else that's less than ideal. So yeah, even if you don't come to me, please, please, please service your bikes. I have just been told there's another fascist thing on Sunday. Fascists are coming at a hotel in Aberdeen, and we've been asked to come and help fight. So the weather is looking appalling, absolutely appalling. Hopefully that'll keep the fascists away, but I'm going to have to see how my health is on Sunday. I don't want to spend hours being soaked to the skin if I've still got the after effects of this cold. But also, I don't want the poorest and most vulnerable of the world to go unprotected. So, we shall see. Yeah. These hiccups, man. So that's what's going on in my world this Friday. And I hope you're all looking forward to very nice weekends.